Hi everyone, it's Julia, your trusted travel expert from Matheson Travel, helping you find that je ne sais quoi wherever you are in the world. And I wanted to come to you this week to talk a little bit more about travel insurance because I learned a little bit of something, a little tweak that I hadn't thought about at my conference, the host agency conference I was at recently, and I wanted to pass it on to you. So we've talked before about how important it is to insure your investments, and to make sure that you purchase travel insurance. And there's always been something that I've sort of not really paid that much attention to, and that's the pre-existing conditions waiver. And this is the situation where the travel insurance will cover pre-existing conditions as long as you buy it within 2 to 3 weeks of when you put the deposit down on the trip or the first part of the trip. And that depends on which provider it's through. Sometimes they'll give you 14 days after deposit, sometimes it's 21 days. But pretty much, in other words, if you buy the travel insurance directly after you buy the trip, they'll cover any pre-existing conditions. But here's the thing that I didn't really ever think about that really adds an extra tweak to it is that's pre-existing conditions for you and any family members, whether or not they're traveling with you. So if you think about it, you buy travel insurance, but you buy it, before you go, or months between when you buy the trip and when you buy the insurance. And your grandma gets sick, or your mother gets sick, or you're a grandparent and your grandchild gets sick. If you hadn't bought the travel insurance in time, then their illness that may preclude you from, or their injury or whatever it might be that may keep you from traveling, whether or not they were planning to go on the trip or not, that would be covered by that pre-existing conditions waiver. So let me put it another way. Let's say that you have an aged mother, like mine sitting in there, but she's in good health. But let's just say, she does have a knee problem and it's something that she has, but I wanted to book a trip. I've booked a trip and I make sure that I buy the insurance within the 2 weeks after I purchase the trip. And she all of a sudden has to have knee replacement surgery, and it's going to be the week before I leave on my trip, and therefore I can't really go on my trip because I've got to stay at home and take care of her. Well, because I had bought the travel insurance in time, I had the pre-existing condition waiver, my cancellation of that trip would be covered. So that's what's really important. It's not just about you, you or the immediate family group or, traveling companions group. It's not just about you. It's about all the people connected to you that may have force you to cancel your trip for one of the reasons for that. So that's just another thing to think about when you're thinking about travel insurance. And I hadn't thought about it at all beforehand. So I wanted to make sure you thought about it. So that's it for this week, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.